Good morning, everybody. Welcome to my daily Wordle tutorial, 8:57 a.m. Monday, June 29, 2026, Wordle 1836, and that should jump out at you, that date in history. Remember the Alamo. Yeah, great movie with John Wayne playing Davy Crockett. Spoiler alert, it doesn't end well, for the Americans anyway. So, and by the way, the next month, April 21st, General Sam Houston led a battle against General Santa Anna, and the Americans were victorious and won Texas independence. So, and by the way, fun fact, Santa Anna was not killed in that battle. He lived to be 82. Yeah, it's pretty wild, isn't it? So we're going to go back to a do. It has the 4 vowels, a pretty common starting word, a do in audio. Get those 4 vowels out of the way. Huge start after we've been in a slump the past 4 or 5 days. I haven't gotten in 3 or less in several days. So let's get it. Let's do it. So the D, E, and U all in the puzzle because they're tan but not in those respective positions. Let's use my ETAOIN SHRDLUC system, which will be in the description for to memorize. ETAOIN, SHRDLUC, SH. So ETAOIN SHRDLUC, ETAOIN, SH. So now per my algorithm, we make a word with these 3 letters and 2 of these letters starting with the T, the most common. And that's the idea. Get a strong second word about as good as your first one. Okay, that's how you get these in 3 regularly. So, upset, you have to have a D. Used, under, U-N-D-E-R. Under, U-N-D-E-R actually works. Now, Wordle only reuses a word about once every 10 days, so if you can find that new word at this point, there's a good chance that you're going to get it. So find that new word. Under has been used. Darn. Okay. Okay. How about something that ends in D-E-R? That's pretty common, right? Other than under. I can't think of anything else there, so much for that. Tuned or tunes, but the Wordles don't usually end in D or S. H-U. Okay. U-D-E, something that ends in U-D-E. U-D-E. Okay. Etude. E-T-U-D-E. It's a musical piece. Etude. I always say etude, but I believe it's pronounced etude. And I don't think that's been used yet. We've talked about this one before. Etude has been used. Etude. Darn. Okay. Let's go through the alphabet. The algorithm's really not helping at this point. We're already going on 3 minutes. A, B, 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 C, crude, C-R-U-D-E, crude, crude oil, D, E, F, G, H-I-J-K-L-M-N-O-P, prude. So we got crude and prude. We would pick the crude over prude because C is more common. C is in my ETAOIN SHRDLUC system. P is not. Q, Q-U, Q-U-D-E. I watched Three Amigos again yesterday for 1986. Laugh out loud funny. Just one of the all-time great comedies. R. Steve Martin, Martin Short, and Chevy Chase together. I mean, come on. R. S. T-U-V-W, X. So many classic lines. I won't go over them here, but I'll do one. Do you know what the word yada means? Isn't that a late chicken gravy? Okay. All right. Funnier when Chevy Chase says it, but classic line. Okay. QQ. Okay. So I don't see anything other than crude and prude. So let's see. I'm sure they've been used, though. Crude would be between... Oh, crude is available between crown and cruel. And that's our answer. Let's see if prude has been used. Doesn't matter because... And prude has been used. So we are going to go with crude. Okay, got a decent chance to get this in 2 after being in a slump for 4 or 5 days. Be the right club today, Hal Sutton. And there you go. Back to... getting it in 2. So after a slump, the slump is over. So that's it. And we're at under 5 minutes. And we will see you tomorrow for the last day of the month. Wow. And then it's on to the July 4th celebrations. It's going to be like 1,000,000 degrees. So I'm going to stay home and watch the fireworks from my house. Bye. From our home.